All right, the latest news break coming in. Rahul Gandhi might fight from Amethi. Well, but the cards are not going to be put down just yet where the Congress comes into question. Rahul's Amethi suspense continues. Smithy versus Rahul in Amethi again, that's the question. But in all probability, the Amethi decision will only be made after the Wayanad polls. Both Rai Bareli and the seat of Amethi will be decided after the second phase, which is the 26th of April, viewers. All of that coming together where Smriti Irani has once again taunted Rahul Gandhi, where she said that he hasn't respected the people of Amethi.
कांग्रेस के एक नेता ने वायनाड में ये घोषणा की कि राहुल गांधी ने वायनाड इसलिए चुनी क्योंकि उनको लगता है, राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि वायनाड के लोग ज्यादा वफादार हैं। तो अमेठी की वफा का क्या, जिन्होंने 15 साल एक ऐसे सांसद को ढोया जिसने अमेठी के लिए कुछ नहीं किया।
Cutting across immediately to colleague Rahul Gautam, breaking this news on India Today. Rahul, the candidate for Amethi and Rai Bareli, as per the Congress, will be announced at the right time. And it seems the right time will be after the polling of Kerala, because Rahul Gandhi is contesting from the seat of Wayanad.
Plan that any decision would be taken after the polling concludes in Wayanad. That's 26th of April. On 3rd of May, the nomination starts. On 3rd of May, the nomination starts for Amethi and Rai Bareli. That essentially comes under the fifth phase. So therefore, it is being the Congress party reached to this consensus that any decision in this regard would be taken after the polling is concluded. Otherwise, it might disturb the ongoing campaign and polling in Wayanad. Therefore, this has been decided. What sources are telling us that Rahul Gandhi might take up a seat in northern India as well, just to give a message that Congress party has not given a walkover to the BJP, because that's essentially BJP is charging with Congress party, saying that that Congress party is confined now only to the southern part of the country. But Congress leaders are telling us that final decision lies with the family. In fact, some of the leaders have also requested Nehru Gandhi family to take up this fight, as they're going to boost the morale of Congress workers, they're going to charge the cadre of Congress party.
Rahul, so are the names of Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi still on the table, or are we only looking at a possible candidate of Rahul Gandhi's name to be announced from Amethi post-Wayanad polls? What about Rai Bareli? Who are the probables?
Well, people close to the top leadership, they are indicating to us that at this point of time, Rahul Gandhi might be taking up a seat in northern India, which many believe is going to be Amethi. However, as far as Rai Bareli is concerned, there is still no clarity. We all know that Sonia Gandhi has already taken a Rajya Sabha seat. She has already declared that she won't be contesting this time around. But on Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, there is no such clarity. But people close to Rahul Gandhi, top leadership rather, they are telling us that it is very likely that Rahul Gandhi would take up the fight in northern India. He would choose a seat and then contest election. As many believe that this is going to give a message to the cadre, to Congress supporters, that Congress party is not ready to give up the fight as far as northern India is concerned, and then going to give a tough competition to the BJP in Hindi belt as well.
Appreciate you joining us with the very latest. We're going to come back to you for more, but let's viewers for now quickly shift focus to what's going on in the national capital and where the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. Trouble continues to mount for the party. Another AAP leader, this time Durgesh Pathak, who was AAP's Goa in charge during polls, has been summoned by the ED in connection with the money laundering probe in the Delhi excise policy. Mind you, the ED is trying to build a case, viewers, which seems to suggest that the kickbacks or the alleged bribe that was taken during the Delhi excise policy was funneled for the Goa elections, and Durgesh Pathak was holding charge for the Aam Aadmi Party where the Goa elections are concerned. The ED has also alleged that Pathak was involved in receiving these kickbacks. The cash of 45 crores was routed via multiple companies to AAP. ED has said Durgesh played a key role in the alleged liquor gate scam. AAP launched a Lok Sabha campaign also today with the slogan, Jail ka jawab, vote se. The announcement comes a day after the party held a day-long fasting protest to express solidarity with the AAP's national convener Arvind Kejriwal in jail.
Your another MLA who was then in charge in Goa, Durgesh Pathak, has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. Looks like the trouble for the Aam Aadmi Party is not going to end soon.
Well, it's been 2 years when they have been summoning almost all the MLAs and ministers. And I have only one message for ED. Why is this sham of a summon and investigation? Sab jail mein band kar do na sabko. Their purpose is, if you have imprisoned the 4 tallest leader, one, Mr. Sanjay Singh, has now come out on bail. But if you could do that without any evidence, without any money trail, tomorrow you can do it with every MLA. Not just this. For the last 2 weeks, ever since elections have been announced, some MLA has been raided by IT, some MLA has been raided by ED, somebody else has been questioned, somebody others are getting threat ki ab aapka number hai. So, this is what we are saying. There is a complete tyranny, there is a complete atmosphere of dictatorship that is prevailing in the country. We are not scared of any investigation. You can call the entire Aam Aadmi Party, you can call all our MLAs, ministers. What has happened in the last 2 years? You have not gotten a single evidence against us. The same thing will happen. If you want to put us behind jail, put it. क्योंकि वोट जेल का जवाब है, वैसे भी वोट से मिलने वाला है.
एक तानाशाह ने उनको जेल में डाल दिया. आपके बेटे को, आपके भाई को, एक लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री को जो 3 बार से आपने चुना, प्रचंड बहुमत से चुना, उसको जेल में डाल दिया. जिस व्यक्ति ने IRS की नौकरी को लात मार के देश सेवा का संकल्प लिया, ऐसे व्यक्ति को जेल में डाल दिया. उसका एक एक हिसाब लोकतंत्र में अपने वोट की ताकत से आपको लेना है. इसलिए नारा दिया है, जेल का जवाब वोट से.
मैं कहता हूं, भ्रष्टाचार हटाओ. और वो क्या कहते हैं? वो कहते हैं भ्रष्टाचारी बचाओ. चुनाव की रैलियां नहीं कर रहे हैं, भ्रष्टाचारी को बचाने की रैलियां कर रहे हैं. लेकिन ये सारे लोग कान खोल के सुन ले, ये मोदी को कितनी भी धमकियां दे दें, भ्रष्टाचारियों को जेल जाना ही पड़ेगा. ये मोदी की गारंटी है.
Let's quickly cut across to my colleague Shreya Chatterjee, who's getting us the latest coming in. Shreya, has the questioning of Durgesh Pathak concluded? What's the latest that you're getting in from the Enforcement Directorate in this case?
Well, Preeti, Durgesh Pathak, his questioning still continues. It's almost going to be 4+ hours that he's inside the Enforcement Directorate, being questioned in the liquor policy scam. Earlier today, we also saw Vibhav, who was the PA of Arvind Kejriwal, was also summoned. His questioning is over, but Durgesh Pathak's questioning continues. The reason the Enforcement Directorate suggests that he was called in for questioning is because when this entire liquor policy scam surfaced, at that given time, he was the Goa in charge, and subsequently, because the Enforcement Directorate is looking into the roles of the kickbacks going to the Goa elections, Durgesh Pathak is allegedly being called by the ED for that particular reasons.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Shreya, with that quick update. Let's quickly move on. The questioning still continues where Durgesh Pathak is concerned, but on the sidelines of that, the Aam Aadmi Party coming up with their slogan for Lok Sabha. Jail ka jawab, vote says what the Aam Aadmi Party is going to go to the voters with. Meanwhile, right ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, a verbal confrontation has erupted over the Congress Party's manifesto, with the Prime Minister himself drawing a contentious parallel between the Congress manifesto and the Muslim League, accusing it of fostering sentiments aimed at undermining national unity. Furthermore, intensifying the attack, the BJP criticized the manifesto, alleging that its contents were more aligned with Pakistan's political landscape. Meanwhile, the Congress has now approached the Election Commission on what the Prime Minister has said in terms of drawing parallels with the Muslim League.
कांग्रेस ने जो घोषणा पत्र बनाया है उसमें भी मुस्लिम लीग की छाप है। साथियों, कांग्रेस को आज भी देश के लोगों की जरूरत से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। कांग्रेस को बेनकाब करने वाला एक घोषणा पत्र है। कांग्रेस के घोषणा पत्र में वही सोच झलकती है जो सोच आजादी के समय मुस्लिम लीग में थी। मुस्लिम लीग के उस समय के विचारों को कांग्रेस आज भारत पर थोपना चाहती है। मुस्लिम लीग की छाप वाले इस घोषणा पत्र में जो बचा खुचा हिस्सा था उसमें वामपंथी लेफ्टिस्ट हावी हो गए हैं।
जिस मुस्लिम लीग ने 1929 में धर्म के आधार पर आरक्षण की बात कही थी, आज उसी बात को कांग्रेस पार्टी दोहरा रही है। यानी सत्ता की लोलुपता में, सत्ता के लालच में देश को कहां पहुंचाएगी कांग्रेस पार्टी, इसका अंदाजा लगाना भी मुश्किल है। आज माइनॉरिटी के लिए जिस तरीके से धर्म के आधार पर आरक्षण की बात हो रही है और जो 50% से अधिक आरक्षण की बात है, वो किसके लिए आरक्षण करने की बात कर रही है, कांग्रेस पार्टी को यह स्पष्ट करना पड़ेगा।
जैसा कि हमारे नेता राहुल जी ने कहा कि ये घोषणा पत्र कुछ दो विशेषज्ञों ने बैठकर पूंजीपतियों की सूची लेकर नहीं बनाया है। ये घोषणा पत्र भारत की आवाज है, इस देश की आवाज है। और ऐसा घटिया और शर्मनाक बयान नरेंद्र मोदी देते हैं, कहते हैं हमारे घोषणा पत्र पर मुस्लिम लीग की छाप है। असलियत यह है कि ये वो दिल में जो इतना अथाह प्रेम, इतना प्रगाढ़ प्रेम है मुस्लिम लीग के लिए नरेंद्र मोदी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेताओं का, जो रह रह कर छलक जाता है।
All right, let's cut across now to the state of Gujarat. The BJP in a peculiar problem where the community of Rajputs is concerned. Union Minister Purushottam Rupala is now facing the ire of Rajputs in Gujarat. About a month ago, Purushottam Rupala, who was fielded from the Rajkot constituency by the BJP, stated that Maharajas in the past bowed before Mughals and Britishers and their daughters got married to those rulers. A mega controversy has snowballed ever since that statement, and the community has taken to the streets demanding the removal of the leader Purushottam Rupala as BJP's Rajkot candidate. Even cricketer Ravindra Jadeja's sister Naina Jadeja backed the protest and was seen putting up posters for Rupala's removal. Let me also tell you that Purushottam Rupala has already apologized for making the statement. Not just him, many other leaders of the BJP who've been campaigning in Gujarat have repeatedly apologized. Purushottam Rupala even folded his hands and said he was sorry, but the community is not satisfied with this and they want him to go.
મિત્રો, મને એક વાતનો એવડો મોટો રંજ છે કે મારી જીભથી આ વાક્ય નીકળ્યું. મારી આખી લાઈફમાં મેં કોઈ નિવેદન કર્યું હોય અને એને પાછું ખેંચ્યું હોય એવો રેકોર્ડ નથી. મારી આખી લાઈફમાં આવો રેકોર્ડ નથી. મારી પાર્ટીને મારા કારણે સાંભળવાનું થયું છે. મિત્રો, હું આ સમાજ પાસે બે હાથ જોડીને માફી માંગુ છું.
उन्होंने जो कहा वो बीजेपी सहमत है. अगर सहमत नहीं है तो एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल अपने कैंडिडेट को चेंज करिए. बीजेपी की मानसिकता एंटी महिला है, एंटी महिला के सबूत है. इस सबूत में अगर सबकी डिमांड है कि भी कैंडिडेट चेंज करिए तो मैं समझता हूँ कि बीजेपी को सोचना चाहिए. नहीं सोचना है तो वो इनकी मानसिकता है. गुजरात जिस हिसाब से अभी जल रहा है उसको, उसकी जिम्मेदारी पूरी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की हाईकमान की रहेगी.
Let's immediately cut across to my colleague Brijesh Doshi joining us with the latest from Ahmedabad. Brijesh, has the anger of the Rajput community ebbed a little after repeated apologizing of not just Mr. Rupala but other senior leaders from the BJP, or still it remains to be a huge problem where the BJP is concerned?
Right now the anger is not a bit less than the it is continued from the last 10 days. The biggest issue is that the community is not forgiving the Rupala or the party. They are saying that party has only one option, they have to change the candidate. Otherwise, they will boycott the election as well. So this kind of threat were given by the Kshatriya community. They are protesting across the state from the last 5 to 7 days. They are again and again claiming the only one thing, that they just ask party to change the candidate. If the ticket won't be withdrawn of the Rupala, then they will face the boycott. So they are just threatening the BJP that if BJP wants their support, they have to remove the candidature of the central minister Purushottam Rupala. But one more thing, that Karni Sena has entered into the fray now, and they have given the Gherao of the BJP headquarter Kamlam at Gandhinagar tomorrow by 2 p.m. So this will be the biggest happening by tomorrow, that Karni Sena workers will be coming to the Gandhinagar, and they will.
So Brijesh, you know what you've said
Kamlam,
very clearly is that the
BJP
situation on ground is only but escalating. Is there even a possibility or a thought, what are your sources telling you, to remove Purushottam Rupala, or at least the BJP is going to go with him as the candidate?
See, as far as my BJP sources are concerned, they are very clear that they won't be remove Purushottam Rupala right now. Even the dates for the fill up the form or for the candidature, Purushottam Rupala will hold a massive roadshow on the 16th April, and he will form the nomination papers. So these are the plan by the BJP. So Purushottam Rupala is going to file the nomination papers on 16th April. The date has been announced. Date has been not announced officially by the party, but the sources have claimed that on the 16th April, Purushottam Rupala will file the nomination papers for his candidature in the Lok Sabha fray. So these has been the party's preparation. There will be a massive roadshow in the Rajkot city by Purushottam Rupala, and the other leaders of the party. Might be CM Bhupendra Patel and the BJP state chief will join Purushottam Rupala during this mega roadshow. So these kind of preparations done by the BJP, though Rajput community is still agitated, they are not going back, or they are not ready for any kind of solution of this incident. So now it's kind of a face-off between the community and the BJP, as BJP don't want to go back, and they don't want to remove the Purushottam Rupala as he is the union minister, and BJP is firm that he will file his nomination papers on 16th April.
All right, the BJP is firm, at least for now. The Rajput community firm. Who's going to blink first? Or will there be some backroom channels which will now start being activated, at least where the BJP trying to placate the community is concerned? Appreciate you joining us, Brijesh Doshi, with the very latest coming in. Meanwhile, a little bit more of bother coming in for the BJP, where the seat of Dharwad, Karnataka is concerned. Lingayat Seer has now challenged the BJP in the battlefield of Dharwad. Lingayat Seer, Dingaleshwar Swamiji, has filed his nomination from the Dharwad constituency to take down BJP's Prahlad Joshi. Dingaleshwar Swami claims that Union Minister Prahlad Joshi is indulging in maladministration, and he can prove it. He also said that he had support of 18 lakh voters in Karnataka's Dharwad region. He's filed his nomination as an independent after the Lingayat Seer community were upset with BJP over fielding Prahlad Joshi. Lingayat Seers openly now have opposed the BJP's decision.
इस बार एक क्षेत्र को विशेषतः लिंगायतों को अथवा अदर कम्युनिटियों को देने के लिए मैंने पूछा था। फिर भी एक चक्राधिपति जैसे मेरा क्षेत्र धारवाड़ मैं महाराज हूँ ऐसे पूछ रहे हो, इसलिए पूरा एंटायर स्टेट में बहुत गलत काम कर रहे हैं प्रहलाद जोशी जी ने। इसलिए पूरा कर्नाटक में उनको थोड़ा सिखाने के लिए मैं राजकीय प्रवेश किया हूं।
All right, with that, I'm going to go into a quick break. To stay with us on the other side is To The Point, and we're going to shift focus to the state of West Bengal.
You and me roll, heating up the road. Hype, we start and take it to the party. 'Cause you know intelligence meets art. Motorola H50 Pro.
Hello, Moto.
An unparalleled election coverage with the team that wins every election. From unmatched on-ground reporting to real-time poll updates. Stay tuned to the Maximum channel for the maximum coverage.
Platinum partner, Signature Finest Silver Elaichi, a premium product from Dilbagh.
BJP and the Congress do or die battle.
Elections, the heartbeat of the world's largest democracy. Covered by the political journalist with nearly 4 decades of experience. The man who understands the pulse of the nation. Join India's ultimate newsman.
I will decode the complex political chess game that's at the heart of Indian democracy.
Elections Unlocked with Rajdeep Sardesai. Maximum analysis on the Maximum channel.
Poll heat rising in prestigious Hyderabad seat. The city of Nawabs, with its sizable Muslim population, is a bastion of AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi. Incumbent MP and 4-time winner Owaisi is once again contesting on an AIMIM ticket. To fight against Owaisi, the BJP has fielded Madhavi Lata from Hyderabad. Madhavi is an activist, an orator and a philanthropist. She actively took part in the 2019 protest against Triple Talaq. Recently, Prime Minister Modi praised Madhavi Lata on X. While speaking with India Today, Madhavi asserted that her win will strengthen Modi's good governance plank. The BJP candidate also mocked Owaisi's claim of getting death threats and alleged that AIMIM chief himself has terror links. Challenging the AIMIM supremacy is BRS candidate Gadam Srinivas Yadav. The BRS nominee, in an exclusive interview with India Today, spoke about how he is confident that voters will choose development this year. The BRS candidate also asserted that his party is not in an alliance with AIMIM, but alone in the poll fray. The Congress is yet to name its candidate for Hyderabad. India Today spoke to voters to find out the mood on the ground. Will Owaisi be once again lucky in Hyderabad or BRS? Is BJP still his thunder?
Showdown over Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's arrest continues to escalate. It was protest versus counter-protest in the national capital. At Delhi's iconic Jantar Mantar, AAP leaders and workers observed a mass fast to protest against the arrest of the Delhi Chief Minister. Similar fasts were observed in multiple Indian cities and even abroad. At Delhi's Connaught Place, BJP held a counter-protest titled Sharab Se Sheesh Mahal against AAP. BJP said that the protest was to expose the corruption model of Arvind Kejriwal.
शराब घोटाले में गिरफ्तार मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल की गिरफ्तारी के बाद दिल्ली का सियासी पारा थमने का नाम नहीं ले रहा है। आम आदमी पार्टी जहां जंतर मंतर पर बीजेपी के खिलाफ सियासी उपवास कर रही है, तो वहीं बीजेपी शराब से लेकर शीश महल का अभियान लॉन्च करके आम आदमी पार्टी को हर मोर्च पर घेरने की तैयारी कर रही है।
Kejriwal was arrested by the ED on March 21st in the now scrapped Delhi liquor policy case. Since April 1st, the AAP national convener has been lodged at the Tihar jail and has been sent to judicial custody until April 15th. With Lok Sabha polls just weeks ahead, can AAP cash in on the witch hunt narrative or succumb to BJP's corruption plan? With Anmol Bali, Sushant Mehra and Ashutosh Mishra in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, so finally the DJI Mic 2 is here on the sets of Tech Today, and because we believe in giving you everything in practice, experiential tech, I've already clipped it on. Now the first thing you notice when you're clipping it on is that this DJI magnet is very, very prominent, as opposed to the Mic 1, where we've gotten away with any sort of interview with the biggest personalities in the world with just a very inconspicuous magnet. I'm nitpicking, but just to make this easier, this is camera 1 with the new mic. And because we want you to really enjoy what's happening on Tech Today, the way we experiment, this is now the DJI Mic 1, what we've been using for a year, and all creators around the world have been using for a year. And this is the Mic 2. Is this better quality, or is this better quality sound? So of course, I'm going to tell you all about the features of the DJI Mic 2. This is going to be a game changer for creators, but there's only a couple of features that we have to talk about. The box is bigger. There's a small little change here, which is this lock. Earlier, this could flip open, perhaps fall, especially when we're shooting while we're driving on ice or we're skating somewhere, skydiving, bungee jumping. That was a scary feature. Here, you have a lock, which is one more fail-safe, and then a very similar setup on the inside. But now, when you look at the transmitter and receiver, things have changed. Now, the part which really connects to your device, again, you can connect this to your new iPhones, your old iPhones, you get much better quality sound on USB-C, and then you can connect it to your professional cameras as well. What's different with this particular new DJI Mic 2 versus the DJI Mic 1 is that now you get a little bit more operational time, 2-3 hours more. It connects directly using Bluetooth to your Bluetooth devices, especially DJI devices, so that's one catch. Most importantly, it now gets 32-bit float internal audio recording.
Chalo, let's hit the road. Or there could be a new film star who could emerge. Mind is willing, legs are not. Fish curry white rice. अरे उसके बाद I'll go to sleep.
Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com. हर फैमिली होगी इंश्योर्ड. No stress Finolex.
Good evening, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. Well, it's TMC versus BJP once again. This time, Didi has alleged a collusion between the NIA and the Bharatiya Janata Party. It's Centre versus Bengal government once again. over the alleged attack on an NIA team in Bengal's East Midnapur district. This happened on the 6th of April. While the TMC claims NIA is working in collusion with the BJP, Abhishek Banerjee claimed that BJP's Jitendra Tiwari met with a top NIA official a day before the agency sent out notices to TMC leaders on March 27th. Hitting back, BJP challenged the TMC General Secretary to publish the video footage of the alleged meeting. Meanwhile, high drama unfolded outside the Election Commissioner's office in the national capital. All of this after Trinamool MPs were detained while protesting, claiming misuse of central agencies by the BJP.
साथियों, टीएमसी चाहती है कि उसके तोलाबाजों को, भ्रष्टाचारी नेताओं को आतंक का खुला लाइसेंस मिले। इसलिए जब केंद्र की जांच एजेंसियां आती है तो टीएमसी उन पर हमले करती है, औरों से करवाती है। टीएमसी कानून और संविधान को कुचलने वाली पार्टी है।
মানুষ যখন প্রতিবাদ করছে এনআইএ কে ঢুকিয়ে দিচ্ছে, মধ্যরাতে মহিলারা ঘুমোচ্ছে বাড়িতে, গদ্দারের এলাকায় মধ্যরাতে পুলিশকে না জানিয়ে চলে গেল। পুলিশের ড্রেস পরে তো অনেক বদমাশি লোক আগে সিঙ্গুর নন্দীগ্রামে বদমাশিও করেছে। মায়েরা কি করে বুঝবে, মেয়েরা কি করে বুঝবে বাইরে থেকে যদি কেউ হামলা করতে আসে? মা বোনেরা প্রতিবাদ করলো, তাদের বিরুদ্ধে ডায়েরি করে দিয়েছে, বলছে তৃণমূলের সব বুথ এজেন্টদের অ্যারেস্ট করো, সব ক্যান্ডিডেটদের অ্যারেস্ট করো। আবার রামনবমী আসছে, একটা চকলেট বোম পড়লেও দেখবেন ওই এনআইএ কে ঢুকিয়ে দেবে। একদিকে এনআইএ আর একদিকে সিবিআই, বিজেপির ভাই ভাই, আর একদিকে ইডি আর একদিকে ইনকাম ট্যাক্স, বিজেপির টাকা তোলার বক্স।
আজকে তো এনআইএর পর্দা ফাঁস করে দিয়েছি, দেখেছেন তো আপনারা। 26শে মার্চ নির্বাচন ঘোষণা হওয়ার পরে, নির্বাচন ঘোষণা হয়েছিল 16ই মার্চ, তার 10 দিন পরে বিজেপির নেতা জিতেন তিওয়ারি এনআইএর এসপি ধনরাম সিং এর বাড়িতে, কলকাতার নিউ টাউনের বাড়িতে গিয়ে 52 মিনিট বৈঠক করেছে। 26 তারিখ বৈঠক হয়েছে, আর 27 তারিখ থেকে পূর্ব মেদিনীপুরের লোকেদের আর পশ্চিম মেদিনীপুরের লোকেদের নোটিশ পাঠাতে শুরু করেছে এনআইএ। উনি বলেছেন যে আমাদের বিরুদ্ধে মিথ্যে মামলা করবেন। আমি বললাম নোটিশটা তাড়াতাড়ি পাঠান, তার কারণ নোটিশটা পাঠালে এবার সিসিটিভি ফুটেজটা সামনে ছাড়বো, সেটাও আমাদের হাতে আছে। চিন্তা করবেন না, আমরা তথ্য পরিসংখ্যান নিয়ে কথা বলার লোক। বিজেপি যে ভাষায় বোঝে আমি সে ভাষায় জবাব।
TMC versus BJP has been a festering feud. It's peaked again. This time, the TMC has made some grave allegations, once again suggesting that central agencies like the NIA are cahoots where the BJP is concerned in collusion. Let's cut across right now to Riju Datta, TMC spokesperson, Neeti Jain, national spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, and Shikha Mukherjee, political commentator. Riju Datta, you know, the fact is the ED, the CBI, the income tax, the NIA, as per the opposition, all of the investigative agencies in the country are in bed with the BJP. Do you find that a little absurd yourself?
No, the numbers say that from 2014 till 2022, as per the data published by the central government, 95% of cases of the central agencies are against the opposition leaders. So they are not in bed with the BJP, they are lapdogs of the BJP. We are saying, but before I go into this NIA thing that has happened in Bengal and I discuss it with the details, I want to tell two important points to your viewers, two breaking things, news. First, our delegation team consisting of 5 sitting MPs and 4 ex-MPs were detained by Delhi police when they were doing a peaceful dharna outside ED office. From that time till now, 1.5 hours have passed. They were detained and they were said that they were being taken to Mandir Marg police station. But now they are sitting in the middle of nowhere in a bus where the police inside the bus have not given them a clear news of where they are taking them. So if any harm befalls on them, Amit Shah is directly responsible for that. That is point number one. Point number two, in view of these recent developments, our National General Secretary, Mr. Abhishek Banerjee, has contacted the West Bengal Honorable Governor and asked for his time, where he will lead a 12-man delegation team, and hopefully he's going to meet the governor, if he gives time, tonight itself, against this excessive use of force by Amit Shah's Delhi police on our peaceful delegation. Last but not the least, the main topic of the debate. On 26th March, and I'm giving you exact details, 26th March, 6:30 p.m., not in his office, not by submitting an email, in his personal residence of SP rank officer of NIA Dharnam Singh, Jiten Tiwari, BJP leader, went with a list of Trinamool leaders and a white parcel, and we presume that was full of cash, where they had a meeting of 52 minutes, and when Jiten Tiwari left, he was not carrying that parcel back. If they send a notice or if they challenge this, we will publish the...
Number one, I'll tell you how detention usually works, where the Delhi police does pick up those who are protesting, because if they feel that this is going to be a hazard, and they take them to the outskirts of the national capital, probably that's what's happening to your leaders. Number two, Riju Datta, the question I want to ask you is, let's for a moment humor the TMC and believe that all these agencies are cahoots with the BJP. Does that give you a free license to assault an NIA team, Riju Datta?
Absolutely not. I am not saying that it was right what happened, but you have also to understand, in Bengal, you have to understand the history of Bengal. In Bengal, during the left regime, during the Singur Nandigram Andolan, there were CPM cadres in police uniform who did atrocious acts. Bengal has not forgotten that. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, in a distant village, when you have notified the police, the NIA notified the local police, but NIA told the local police, we will go at 6 a.m. They went at 4 a.m. when women, children, they were all sleeping. They barged into the house. They grabbed 2 people and they were going out of the village.
Does that give you the license? Does that give you the license to assault a team doing its job?
You have to understand, how will the villagers know they are NIA at 4 in the morning? They thought their people are being picked up by random people in camouflage attire. It was a spontaneous reaction. What are you saying? 4 o'clock in the morning? Without notice, if I barge into your house at 4 o'clock in the morning, how will you respond? You will garland me with laddus.
Okay. Neeti Jain, these are grave allegations where, and substantiated, you just heard Riju Datta with the claim that the NIA, the central agencies all together, where the BJP comes into question. He's detailed what went down, where the attack on the NIA team is concerned. Why didn't the NIA team somewhere down the line take the local police unit in confidence if they were looking at raiding villages?
Okay, Preeti, first of all, let me begin by saying I think this is a very successful or not so successful attempt by the TMC to entirely change the narrative from what happened in Bhupati Nagar. Why was the NIA there? There are no answers about that. There are no answers about Sandesh Khali. The entire narrative that they're trying to build is that of this so-called collusion that they assume is happening. The collusion is not there. You ask that question. Even if you say that something is not right, it does not give you the right or the license to beat people up. This is not the first time that TMC has been involved in this kind of violence or even riots for that matter. We have seen every election, there has been a certain amount of violence. Even journalists have suffered. They have been beaten up there. I'm sure India Today journalists also have been amidst all of those riots that happened during elections. So this history of violence from TMC is not new. And this Bhupati Nagar case, there was a crude bomb factory that was going there. The person who was killed, his wife came out and said that people were smoking there and the cigarette fell on the gunpowder, which is why the blast happened. There was an attempt to the cover-up. The summons have been given since last year. If you don't even adhere to those summons and then you assume that nothing is going to happen about the police involvement, the police was involved. There are videos where women were there to take care of the women in the houses. It wasn't like a random attempt on a raid that had happened by the NIA. And NIA has come out and given that statement. So it is basically just a he said, she said. And I choose to believe the agencies because the history of TMC, like you said, Riju Datta, is not completely clean. You have been all about riots, and all of these riots only happen in Bengal. Why is it? The BJP fights election everywhere in the country. It's just TMC that's limited to Bengal, and the riots only happen in Bengal. So I think that is what you need to explain.
I'm going to come right back. I'm going to come right... Okay, one second. Riju Datta, allow me. Niti Jain, I'm going to come right back because if we go on and there's testimony that violence hasn't just been the preserve of the TMC in West Bengal. Your cadre has indulged in enough violence itself, and there have been many accounts. But we'll come down to that later because that's really quite not the topic of discussion. Shikha Mukherjee, political commentator, bringing you in on this. Many would suggest that Mamata Banerjee has her back towards the wall fighting the BJP in this election, especially if you go by the results of 2019 to juxtapose it this time around. Regional pride, do you see that working? And there seems to be also an attempt to tie into the national opposition narrative where central agencies are concerned.
The central agencies are what have brought the opposition parties on the same page. One of the great glues that have kept the opposition alliance together is the fact that all of them feel equally coerced or intimidated by the way in which the national agencies, institutions actually, have been targeting the opposition leaders, arresting them, keeping them in custody, preventing them from actually... Look at what is all this arrest and custody and holding people in custody all about. It is preventing a politician from participating in political life. Now, that is a very, very serious allegation that Mamata Banerjee has actually made. And I think that is an issue that needs to be also focused on. That is the opposition actually suggesting, as Mamata Banerjee has, in the case of Bhupati Nagar and the continuing acts of trying to weed out the elements that are likely to be violent in the elections, which is part of the EC's normal standard operating procedure, is this a way of keeping political grassroots organizational people out of the political process? Now, this is something which needs to be considered because it brings us back to the fact that, one, if there is a counterattack by people at the grassroots level on an NIA team, then it suggests that, A, the process of the politics of agencies has become a grassroots issue. And that is also very dangerous because it calls into question the credibility of these agencies and the impartiality of these agencies in investigating what could very, very well be potential national security threats like the NIA is supposed to do. And I'm very, very concerned that the whole thing brings institutions into a place where their credibility and their effectiveness to do that task is being challenged, is being questioned, and it is becoming the politics of agencies rather than the functioning of agencies, number one. And number two is that the political process, is that being in some way disrupted by the action of these agencies? These are two things that need to be considered in a democracy which is going in for one of the largest elections in the world.
All right. Appreciate, I want to just go back to Riju Datta on this. Riju, Datta, the fact is...
2:1 debate. I think, let me come
How is that 2:1, ma'am? Ms. Mukherjee is a political analyst.
But it's still an attack on agencies. I think I need to clarify on that.
No, I'll come back to you and I'll give you enough time as much as you want to speak. And, Riju Datta, I want to bring you in on this because the fact is, why does it only happen in West Bengal? You have an NIA team which gets attacked. You have an ED team which gets attacked. None of that has happened in any other parts of the country, which is ruled by other opposition states.
No, it's happened in Tamil Nadu. Preeti, it's happened in Tamil Nadu.
Okay, no. Just see, BJP, you have to understand, it is not just the BJP. Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah, in 2019, Mr. Modi did 42 rallies and then they lost the election. In 2021, Mr. Narendra Modi did almost 60 rallies and then they lost the election. Right now, you said, Preeti, you made a comment that Mamata Banerjee's back is against the wall in this election. I am saying this on your show, save it, and I will talk to you on 4th of June. Whatever number of seats that BJP are going to get in West Bengal, Trinamool Congress will get at least double of that. But our question is here. Shubhendu Adhikari's domain, the leader of opposition of BJP in West Bengal, who is ED CBI charge sheet mentioned in the Naroda and Charada scam, who joined BJP to protect his skin, his backyard or his domain or his bastion, whatever you call it, is the East Mednapur area. Do you know it is going into election in the second phase? There are 2 Lok Sabha constituencies from where one, Shubhendu Adhikari's own brother is fighting, and on the second seat, this justice, the ex-justice who recently joined, he is contesting. Now in these 2 seats, BJP is on the back end. They are losing these 2 seats. You know what happened, Preeti? Yesterday, CBI has issued 30 notices on some 3-year-old murder of some BJP Karyakarta, 30 notices before the second phase of polling. What will you call this? This Bhupati Nagar incident that we are discussing. We are not against investigation. You investigate. We will cooperate. How many times you investigated our National General Secretary? You investigate, no issues. This incident happened on 3rd December 2022. The court has issued an order that you do it quickly. Why do you need to do it just before the elections? Within the MCC. Why can you do it after 1 month?
Last year, you have not been answering those summons.
All right, okay.
That is the problem. You don't come back to the agencies, and when the agencies come to you, you beat them up. And this is not the first time that is happening.
If the agencies are
Niti Jain has made an interjection. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Riju Datta, Niti Jain has made an interjection. Please answer, and then I'll cut across to Niti Jain. Go ahead.
I am saying it very clearly. We are not against any agency investigating. They have arrested Partho Chatterjee. They have arrested Anubrata Mandal. They have arrested Jyoti Priya Mallik. And for Delhi perspective, the ED arrested Sanjay Singh. After that, he got bail. 6 months he was in prison. He got bail and the ED did not oppose his bail in the Supreme Court. And the Honorable Supreme Court said, we have not found any evidence. It's very clear
what is so exciting about that? No, again,
all right, I'm going to go across. Riju Datta, I'm going to go across to Niti Jain. Niti Jain, if you heard out what Shikha Mukherjee has also said, these could be genuine cases, but the sheer fact that now when people on ground are becoming wary of investigative agencies is worrying, would you not reckon? So somewhere down the line, Niti Jain, politically, the charge that investigating agencies are partial is sticking.
Okay, Shriti, I don't think it is, because like I said earlier, it is only on the ground in West Bengal that people come out and beat people up. And like I said, there were police women there and they were tackling them. So all of this is an entire lie that has been concocted by the TMC. The agencies are doing their work. To say that the action is only being done on the opposition leaders is not true. Less than 5% of those cases are on the opposition. And the funny thing is that they're not saying that we are not wrong. They're saying, why are you taking action on us? They're questioning the timing, they're questioning why action on them, but they're not saying that they're innocent, because they're not.
Allow her. Please allow her. She heard you out. Make your point,
That is one point. And the second point is, Riju Datta, it is quite astonishing that today, sitting here, instead of answering about the case, about Sandesh Khali, about everything else, you're still talking about elections. Sir, our vote share had gone up. And this time, I think you'll see our vote share going up and the seats going up more in Bengal. So talking about elections in this matter does not really suit you objectively also. I think you need to tell us about these riots that happen, about these crude bomb factories, about this asla that is being created in every district in Bengal. I think that is what we should be worried about, because every election, the riots and violence that happen in West Bengal kill people, and that is what you should be answerable about. The action, investigation, the agencies are taking care of that. But what is under you is something that you need to come back an answer.
All right. Okay. So the NI has also now officially released a statement. Of course, they've refuted all claims where the political outfit TMC is concerned. They have also criticized the attack on their personnel, which they say were completely unprovoked. I just want to, get in a final comment. Riju Datta, apologies, run out of time, but I want to bring in Shikha Mukherjee for a very quick comment. And Ms. Mukherjee, going ahead from here on, attack on that the central agency is being part where at least the charge of the opposition is concerned. We're going to see that rhetoric or that charge coming in from West Bengal. What are the other factors that you see that Mamata Banerjee will be bolstering on, building on as elections near where West Bengal comes into question?
I think what she is going to talk about is the attitude of the centre towards the state West Bengal in particular, and the fact that there is a political culture of deep resentment against the centre's discriminatory actions vis-a-vis West Bengal. This is about a century old. Therefore, I think that this is going to be one of the critical issues. And the agency politics, the arrest politics, and if you see it, Preeti, just give me 5 seconds. If you see it, there are all the opposition states which are saying that the centre is withholding money. And this is going to be a theme that cuts across not only in West Bengal, but in the other states as well in this election.
Right. All right, and we are seeing it. Will it stick? That's the point, because at least where the regional outfits are concerned, they're going to regionalize their election. Will it stick? Will you only know? I appreciate Neeti Jain, Riju Datta and Shikha Mukherjee for joining us this evening. Thank you there. We're going to go into a quick break to stay with us. On the other hand, the conversation where the elections are concerned continues. Focus Tamil Nadu, 8 p.m.